All right. Hey, chemists, if you're done early and did not get direction from me, here is how you are going to be plotting your data. So I've already got a spreadsheet nice and ready for you. If you have a cylinder or a rectangular prism, this is where you're going to be inputting your information. So let's say I collected data and I was using a rectangular prism. I would make sure I make a note that I'm using a rectangular prism somewhere. So I could say rectangular prism, whatever you want to do. I also see where you put that in your data. Let's say I had 10 milliliters of water and I put it in somewhere, and the height of my rectangular prism was 4 centimeters. So I'm just going to write the number. I'm not going to do diameter because that's for cylinder. My length was 2 and my width was 2. If I hit enter, it should automatically calculate the volume of your prism. You can see that right there. It said 16, and it will automatically plot that on the graph. Let's say my next volume was 20 milliliters and the height was 8 and the length and the width was still 2. If I hit enter, boom, it is plotting the data on the prism graph. Do you see that right here? I've got 2 points already. And let's pretend like a third volume was 30 milliliters. It is now 16 centimeters in height. I will do 2 centimeters length, 2 centimeters width, just pretending that it's the same. And I hit enter, boom, it automatically puts that volume in and it's plotting that data right there. If I used a rectangular prism and a cylinder, you're going to want to go to the bottom tabs here, click on Object 2. Let's say I used a cylinder for another trial, or I used a different rectangular prism. I would plug in that data here. Let's pretend like I did a cylinder. Let's say I had 25 milliliters for a cylinder. The height of the liquid was 14 centimeters, and the diameter of that liquid was 4. I'm just going to hit enter and it will automatically plot the volume of my cylinder there. Notice how it's showing up on the cylinder graph now over here. I'll do the same thing. Let's say I use 75 milliliters and the diameter is, the height is, I don't know, 20. Diameter is still 4. If I hit enter, notice now my data is still only in the cylinder column. Nothing showing up in the prism, and it's plotting on the cylinder graph. And I could write somewhere that this is my cylinder data. Make sure you are plotting different datas for different objects if you use them. If you stick with one cylinder or one object, then you're plotting it there, and boom, you're good to go. We will pick up from here on what to do with this graph.